assuming it'd be Canyon.
It's Canyon, yeah. Home team's over there. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Welcome to Nike EYBL Scholastic at the Bash on League Ready. We're live from Ridgeview High School for our second game of our doubleheader in Columbia, South Carolina for some high school hoops. Now, last game you joining us, we got a close one against Long Island Lutheran and Sunrise Christian, and now got maybe one of the most historic teams in high school basketball, Oak Hill, welcoming in the newcomers, Canyon International. Let's start with the starting lineups here for Oak Hill. Christian Anderson Jr., DeAndre Lindsay, Caden Magwood, Francis Chukwudabilu, and Micah Robinson highlight that Oak Hill team. And let's really look at not the team themselves, their coach, Yerrick Stoneman. Stoneman, for those who do not know, or joining us from out of the state, actually came here and won 4 out of 5 state champions at Ridgeview. Now he's back at Oak Hill.
Yeah, welcome home to Yerrick Stoneman, and he leads a very historic high school.
And then quickly the other way, we're going to look at the starting lineup for Canyon International. You got number 0, Miles Sadlers. Number 1, Noah George. Number 8, the Arizona State commit, Amir Ali. Number 9, Jayon Pitt. And number 35, David Thakbar, who you see in the circle right there, about to do battle with Chukwudabilu for the tip.
Yeah, keep your eye on Amir Ali. He is class of 2024, positional rank number 15. So we have a violation.
Actually, DeAndre Lindsay is doing the tip honors, and he was trying to take advantage of the size of Thakbar. He doesn't get to do it, and tip will go into the hands of Canyon International. Welcome back here to the Palmetto State. 3-ball quickly from Sadler on the way. Got it! First 10 seconds, Miles Sadler opens the game with a tray. Canyon International, the underdogs, coming to fight early.
Well, they are starting very quick, and a nice way to cash in on the opening possession.
Yeah, Oak Hill got it the other way. DeAndre Lindsay, 3 of his own in the corner, off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Canyon International. Now, we said Canyon International, the underdogs. Underdogs last game, put up a fight. 3-ball on the way, no good. Rebounded into the hands of Oak Hill. Quick, high-octane basketball to begin. Caden Magwood on the other end, driving. He'll pull up a J. Got it to go. And just like that, Oak Hill responds.
Caden Magwood, one of 3 returners from last year for Oak Hill. Actually, like I said, it's very rare to see this at this level of high school, to see returners, but nice job with experience. It comes when knowing when your team needs you the most, and he delivered the first basket.
Sadler hits the elbow jumper, and it's good. He's opening up the scoring quickly. 5-2 lead early for Canyon International. They're in the all-whites with their green. Now Oak Hill on the all-black. Drive, no, denied. Micah Robinson couldn't get by the big Thakbar. Going the other way. They got numbers. Into the corner. The Arizona State commit. Launches in, nails one. Lets the bench hear it. Just like we saw in the first game. Underdogs going up early quick. Now Magwood on the way. Has to step out. Can't fit it to go. Anderson a 3. No, rims out, but put back. No, it's a gimme. That doesn't go in. To stay in the hands of Oak Hill, Francis Chukwudabilu.
Yeah, I don't know if he just froze like a deer in the headlights, but you've got to make that shot count, especially when your opponent has a 7-1 center. That's right, that's 7-1. Inside, you're not going to get a lot of chances to work inside, so you got to make them count.
Well, off the screen, Christian Anderson couldn't get it. Wide open look. And right now, Oak Hill not getting anything to fall. Quick on the other way. Trying for a 3-ball. George, he's not going to pull the trigger. Give it to Ali. Long 3, straight away, just short. Oak Hill has to fight for themselves for the rebound. Eventually ends up in the hands of Magwood.
Canyon International has been the better team in 2 key statistics: shooting percentage and rebounding.
As right there, you saw Magwood try to drive to the lane. He got fouled. Now, what makes Oak Hill so special, you know, they lose so much every year, but you got 3 big returners, Caden Magwood, Micah Robinson, and you're going to see Jamie Vincent come off the bench here in the coming moments. Now, it's going to be stolen by Canyon International. They got numbers in the fast break. Sadler on the way, lays it up and in. And it's been a 10-2 run to start this game. Now Magwood going the other way, tries to stop. He'll get it down low to DeAndre Lindsay, who slams it home. Responding to Canyon International.
Yeah, that time they work and take advantage of Thakbar not being in the paint. And a nice turnaround for the dunk gives you some early momentum, and it just helps for a team that's 2 for 7 shooting. Talking about Oak Hill, being able to see the ball go through the bottom of the net.
There's a stolen pass. Fast break on the way. Anderson, he's going to eventually dump it off to Lindsay, and he will get fouled at the rim. Been just quick early points. We're barely 3 minutes into this game, not even. and it's a 10-4 lead for CIA. And they're playing against like the closest team geographically to the capital city in Columbia, South Carolina. Oak Hill is from Mount Virginia. Cairn National traveling all the way from Glendale, Arizona.
Yeah, and certainly travel can affect you if it's a long travel like this, but certainly these two teams are used to it as Lindsey finds his first free throw. But going back to that shot that he was fouled on to put him at the free throw line for Thockmore, it just, even though he gives up the 2 free throws, it shows you just the huge advantage a 7-1 center presents. Can shut down an offense in the blink of an eye, especially in the paint.
And Lindsey goes 2 for 2 at the line. Oak Hill finding a little bit of more of complacency here, just finding their rhythm. Now they're going to double. He's through it. Sadler puts the floater up and good. Miles Sadler.
Yeah, Sadler is one of the smaller players on this court. He's at just 5'11".
3 ball on the way. It's pure from Micah Robinson. Welcome to the game. The senior from Dallas, Texas, makes his first shot go down. But Sadler up to 7 points tonight, running the point. It's really cool if he gets it going. He's not a highly recruited guy, but he is also offered from Arizona State, where his teammate Ali is committed. Ali trying to work through. He'll eventually get that over to Pitt. Pitt goes up and under and good. Jayon Pitt.
Yeah, just a good heads-up play to work inside. But my point earlier, going back to Miles Sadler, again, just 5'11". I think he's the only player we've seen on the court from the 4 teams tonight and the 2 games we've had to be under 6 feet. But he has proved that height is not a factor in his game of basketball.
Maybe why he's not so highly recruited. Magwood over to the corner. Micah Robinson hits his second in a row. Micah Robinson calming down the Warriors of Oak Hill. They've drawn back within 2 here with under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and it's easy to understand. Not a lot going inside the paint when you're facing a 7-1 center. So you kick it outside. You find open areas in the perimeter. Pretty display of passing sets up the
Sadler,
points.
oh my pass! Got it down low for the flush. Sadler to Ali. No look. Pass from Sadler. Jam from Ali. And Canyon National, they're very settled down and look very poised in this game. And Sadler takes one away, going the other way, fending a man off and scoops and scores to the layup. Christian Anderson Jr. got lost. And Sadler picked his pocket.
Miles Sadler just looks like the ultimate point guard on this court right now as he's attempting to get a steal. It'll stay with Oak Hill, but he's a player. He's got excellent court vision. Talking about the pass we just saw, a no-look pass. He, of course, leads the team early in points with 11 out of 18. He's off to a flying start, 5 for 5 from the field, sinking a 3 as well. He has been incredible so far.
And now off a screen, Anderson puts it up and good. They're going to mark it a 3 ball from Anderson. Looked like some contact came in there late. No call. Christian Anderson buries his first 3, but Sadler, you're seeing what he can do in the defensive end. He actually comes in tonight with 9 steals. He's been all over the place.
And certainly point guards can specialize in steals as well.
And now Ali, another beautiful find. Pitt with the jam home. And Oak Hill is really not finding the way on the defensive end. It was a defensive struggle early in this first game. It's 20-15, and we're not done with the first quarter yet.
Yeah, defense has been optional in this one so far.
Anderson buries another mid-range J. Almost lost it. Goes by his defenders. Anderson committed to Michigan. Gave his letter of intent in October of 2021. So all the way back, he's been committed to the Maize and Blue. Sadler, he's been active early. Working again, trying to find a beautiful pass, but he finds actually Oak Hill, who can't actually pick that one up. It's the new player into the game for Oak Hill. Number 31, I think. I'm assuming that's Tracy Kalanda.
I believe it is, and for Canyon International, they also have Paul Orasori come in for Thockburg.
Orasori, he's a 1. Now it's a shot and off. No good. Empty possession there for Canyon International after getting one back. Now Vincent, he does check in the game for Oak Hill. He's number 31. That's actually Jamie Vincent that checked in down over there, not Kalanda. Almost lost was Magwood. He'll get it out to Christian Anderson. Anderson, step back 3, puts him on skates, but can't finish it. Rims out, and Ali coming on the breakaway. They don't have numbers, but he finds a man in the corner. 3 ball flies just off the mark. No good. A miss from Green, and now moving about again. They got the offensive rebound. Ali drives, gets the foul, and the finish. Amir Ali showing you why he's committed to Arizona State, why he came to Canyon International. Showing off the finesse, gets the and one to drop. He'll try to complete the three-point play at the line.
Also, Rory, who got the offensive rebound on that possession, you got to credit him with the points because it's not possible unless he gets the offensive board. And a good heads-up play, he was in a position where he couldn't really shoot after getting the rebound, but able to just kick it out and set up one of his teammates eventually.
And Ali buries his free throw. You know, Ali, he gets to the line. You'll see that in this game. He's already shot 20 free throws this year. Now he's only hit 10, so about not a great percentage, but 50% of the line, not what you're looking for, especially from your star player.
Certainly not, but that kind of gets hidden when Canyon International is able to go 10 for 14 from the field, just shooting lights out.
It does, and now Robinson trying to work underneath, spinning into the lane. He'll get fouled. They're going to go give him 2. Looked like the foul goes on Andrew Jurosevic.
Yeah, it was a late call there, but it definitely could have been contact inside.
Andrew Jurosevic, the junior, he's unranked, has not much on him, but he's getting some rotational minutes early here for Canyon International. Micah Robinson, meanwhile, at the line, rims one in. Tried to miss it, do everything he could to miss it, but it finds the bottom of the net. It's 23-18 here in favor of Canyon International. But Robinson says, I'll change that. Puts a free throw in. A 4-point lead for Canyon International. Just over a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Oak Hill has been good from the free throw line, sinking their first 4 attempts. But they still have got to find a way to shoot down this high-octane offense so far. And that's a good way to do it there. Force a bad pass and a turnover.
Yeah, Sadler was trying to make some magic there happen. Looking for a wing and just couldn't get it to go. It's going to be a turnover. It goes into the hands of the Warriors of Oak Hill.
This first quarter has been back and forth, just like the first game we saw. Give a lot of credit to Canyon International Academy. Again, not the team you'd be favoring in this matchup.
Magwood couldn't get it off the screen. Rebounded by Vincent. He's going to dish it over and put it around and in. Christian Anderson Jr. off the offensive rebound. And after Oak Hill, they've calmed the storm now, only down by 2. Jurosevic, he'll throw it away, and now trying to get it was Magwood. He'll eventually come up with it, go for the layup, and good, and we are tied here at Ridgeview, winding the first quarter down.
Jurosevic has had a quick foul and a turnover since he's entered the game.
Now Sadler, this time he finds a man wide open at the three-point line, way off the mark, but a rebound up and in. Rakeem Green, excuse me, a little late there, but they can take back the lead. Now there's under 10 seconds to go, and they're going to call a foul. Sadler basically drew that foul, well, gave the foul against Christian Anderson Jr. Looked a little intentional. Didn't want that breakdown in defense to kill him in the end.
Yeah, it's a good heads-up play. It's been a clean first quarter for both teams. Well, actually, not really for Oak Hill, Canyon International Academy. They do have four fouls, but you give one up there to set up your defense.
Under 5 to go. Christian Anderson, he'll make his step back crossover, no good. And the rebound will be Canyon International, but that'll be the end of the first quarter. CIA, the team that just started their program this year, is leading Oak Hill, one of the most historic teams, by 2. Now, while in the middle between quarters, we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight. The EYBL Scholastic, Nike EYBL Scholastic, is brought to you by Nike, Only Basketball, and Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavors, Chipotle for real. Thank you to both Nike and Chipotle for sponsoring tonight. Now, let's head back to this game and really kind of dive deep. What did Canyon International do, Jace? That was so impressive in that first half that they're the team that no one gave a lot of credit to coming into this game, yet they lead the number 20 team in the country by 2.
Well, I mean, it was just their shot selection and early shots finding the bottom of the net. It was just very impressive to see. They're sitting at right now 11 for 16, 68.8% from the field. That is a extremely good statistic. They were at 1.9 for 11 on their shots made 2 attempts. So credit Oak Hill. They've kind of settled into this game, and in the late stages of that first quarter played much better on defense. But Canyon International Academy, they've been really solid in terms of shot selection and efficiency. And really, you have to credit their point guard, Miles Sadler. You kind of talked about it, not really anyone really looking at him. He does have offers from Arizona State, Weber State, and Cal State Northridge. I have to be honest, I only recognize one college on that list. But for the young man, he's playing a great game. He's let the offense run through him. He's 5 for 6 from the field, 50% from 3-point. and he has just been incredible on defense and on offense, couple of steals, and setting up his team nicely with a few assists. He's played great.
Yeah, so Oak Hill get the ball to start the second quarter. Magwood trying to get some offense going. There's no one. Micah Robinson almost won one, Cork a long one. Stops and throws it over to Anderson. Now in the corner, Magwood for three, just off the mark. Rebound for Canyon International. They're going the other way. Noah George, you're a Civic for three. Bouncing around, no good. Into the hands of the 7-1, David Thuckbar. And they're going to hit it out of his hands. They out of bounds on Thuckbar. He got the rebound, couldn't make the most of it.
I actually think that's number 10, which
you're right.
Thuckbar wears number 35. So number 10, that's Mayom.
Thank you.
Out of Sydney, Australia. So a couple of international players. But that time, he has a lot of height advantage, but it just bounces off of his knee.
Yeah, thank you, Jace. Correcting my wrong. Vincent's got it underneath. Working against Mayum. Couldn't get it to roll. Mayum gets the rebound, and Noah George trying to go the other way. Now, the only person that scored here on the court for Canyon International is Rakeem Green. Noah George puts a man on skates. Step back three, no good. Couldn't finish the highlight reel tape. Rebounded by Lindsay. Now, long pass. Micah Robinson looking for his third of the game. Rattles it home. Micah Robinson gives Oak Hill the lead, 26-25.
Oak Hill Academy have been pretty good from three-point land. 4 for 10, not anything to write home about, but not anything horrific either, and they've been efficient.
Eurocivic takes a shot inside the perimeter, can't get it to fall. Oak Hill rebounding, and this could smell trouble for Canyon International. You don't want the 20th team getting going. Now, Magwood drives in the lane. He said he walked with it. He wants a foul on CIA. Instead, they say Magwood took a step. He's not happy about it, but they'll turn the ball back over to CIA, who's going to get Sadler and Ali, two of their studs, back in the game.
Yeah, and that was actually a good call by the referee. Not actually. They do make good calls usually. But that was a good call because Paul Asori, who was providing defense on that possession for CIA, was able to just basically hold the ball still, so it was an obvious walk and excellent defense to force the turnover.
It was great defense from Orasori. And now in the hands of Sadler. He's made the most of it. Step back three, and they're going to get him with a walk. He took one too many steps. He's trying to argue his case. Zebras say, not today, go the other way.
Well, even though he turns it over, but you got to like the elusiveness that Sadler has. And really, I wonder, as a 5'11 point guard who really is playing like the best player on this court right now, especially for CIA, if he's under not many people looking at him because of his height.
Micah Robinson. I mean, I hate to interrupt you, Jace, but he's been phenomenal so far tonight in his own right.
He has. But going back to Sadler, you wonder if he just has a big chip on his shoulder, being undersized, but playing excellent so far in this game.
It is now Ali, the best man here, gets the ball stripped away by Vincent. Going the other way is Anderson, but he'll get fouled. Smart foul there from Canyon International. They were running the break, Oak Hill was, and Ali says, I'm just going to tap the ball, say no. Actually, it's on Sadler. Don't want to get him in foul trouble. He's already up to 2. But Sadler with the smart foul, he's not happy about it, but may have saved some 2-point for CIA. And Anderson will get the ball dribbling left to right.
Well, you do have to be careful with how many fouls you're giving up. They had 4 in the first quarter, and that's
there
the
we
first.
go. Take it over. Christian Anderson takes his man off a dribble, gets in the lane, puts it off the glass. And just like that, Oak Hill up by 5. CIA's got to find a way to weather this storm. Sadler, long three, straight away, just short. Rebounded by Oak Hill. Not a great shot selection there from Sadler. And Oak Hill can really kind of push this thing out. Right there, Caden Magwood stops at a dime and buries a mid-range jumper. And Oak Hill is feeling it early. After a slow start from the Warriors, they now go up by 7 in this second quarter with 5:14 to go, 32-25. We're going to thank our sponsors one more time. Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike, only basketball, and Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavors, Chipotle for real. Thank you to both Nike and Chipotle for sponsoring the Nike EYBL this evening.
Well, and that's a good timeout called by CIA because on their last 4 attempts, Oak Hill has buried their last 4 shots, converting 4 for 4. It's a big reason why they're up by 7. Really, as of late, they've been the better team. And certainly the underdog CIA starting to slowly fall away and fall back to earth in terms of their shot efficiency. At one point, they were 9 for 11. They're now 11 for 20. So if my math is correct, they're either now 2 for 9 in the recent few minutes of this game, but they do have their starters, usual starters, looks like, coming back out on the court.
Yeah, David Bachbar, big 7'1", he'll re-enter the game, as well as Jayon Pitt. They were crucial to help them build that early lead, but now that lead has dwindled, and it's gone all the way in favor of Oak Hill. An errant pass from Bachbar, stolen away. Anderson on the break, he'll throw it away. Jayon Pitt will go the other way, and George, he'll slow down with the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Thakbor saw there.
No, Sadler to the hoop, gets it up and gets fouled. Can't finish the play, but he will go to the line and shoot dose.
Yeah, get a good heads-up play by Sadler. Get inside, draw contact, and really forces the defense with how good he is at finding his way to the basket to get a cheap foul in. But going back to Thakbor, a guy who's 7'1", he sees the whole court in front of him. We haven't seen anyone who comes close to his height. He just threw it right into the arms of a defender. But good job on the other way by CIA to force a subsequent turnover.
So now Sadler, he'll go to the line, shoot two, and he'll make the second one, bury it. 5-point lead now for Oak Hill. 4:45 to go here in this second quarter, and here comes the press now from K International. They sense danger. Good play from Oak Hill. Now he'll step back and fire a three. Lindsay can't get it to go. Ball bouncing around into the hands of Anderson for Oak Hill. Another three for Lindsay, this time straight away. He's short again. Amir Ali grabs this one. Now quickly going the other way. Sadler going to try to run with it. Tries to get in the pass and can't find a hand. They're going to say it's out on Oak Hill. I wasn't sure who hit on, but I didn't think it was Oak Hill.
Well, the referee looks like they're just going to stay with it. They're talking about it right now. But going back to that defensive position, Thakbor was put in a very awkward position. He had a man behind him in the paint, and then, as you said, a man at the three-point line trying to shoot a three. He was an excellent job of splitting both of them, and with that long wingspan, he's able to do that.
An offensive foul there. Jayon Pitt trying to work against DeAndre Lindsay, trying to get to that paint, the paint area that they need to utilize. The three ball has just not been falling as of late. Only 2 for 10 for CIA. However, he pushes off there and gives the ball to the Warriors. Now, long three on the way. Christian Anderson gets fouled, doesn't get it to go, but he'll get 3 at the charity stripe. And Anderson, he's a great free throw shooter, 77% at the line.
Yeah, and that is just the last thing you want to give up for CIA. Not only is it one of their better free throw shooters, but it's 3 chances. So even if it's not a guy who really is that talented from the charity stripe, still good odds to make 2 of those free throws. But also getting into some early foul trouble in the second quarter. I believe they're now at 2 fouls. They had, I believe, 4 in the first quarter. So things starting to slowly pile up for CIA in the foul department.
They are. Now, Christian Anderson, again, the commission commit, we highlighted him earlier. He actually missed the first one. He spent 3 years at Levert High School, and he's actually the all-time leading scorer at Levert High School in those 3 years. He's been phenomenal, and he actually holds the most points in a single season for in Georgia high school basketball at 861 points. The man can score with the best of them. Now he's shown his talents here in Moutha Wilson. He buries his second one.
Yeah, and going back to the Michigan recruit, we've seen a lot of these players on this Oak Hill team go and end up playing at several colleges. They are actually one of the powerhouses in the nation for producing both college and NBA talent. I mean, certainly just within the previous few years, Chris Lennington played here, went to Kentucky. Christian Reeves, 2022, went to Duke. And then you got Cole Anthony, 2019, went all the way to North Carolina, now in the NBA with the Orlando Magic, I believe.
And now trying to cut to Thakbar. He gets a strip, though. Thakbar hasn't been able to really find his groove early in this game. Looks like Oak Hill up 7 to try to push the agenda. Anderson gets into the lane, doesn't have anywhere to go if it gets stripped. Now CIA going to try to push it the other way. Noah George, though, he'll get to stop, and now he's trying to find the inside paint. Spinning around, spins on a dime, he walked with it. Noah George doesn't believe it. But another turnover for Canyon International.
He was working against Christian Anderson Jr. for Oak Hill, and Christian Anderson Jr. certainly won that battle. Just stayed home, wasn't faked out on any of the moves or spins or jukes, was able to stay home and just forced the man with the ball to turn it over. Kind of dribbled it actually into a triple team. Just a poor possession there from CIA.
You saw Anderson didn't count. He made that running three, the James Harden-esque type of three. But they called a foul on the floor from Rakeem Green. Oak Hill will have it on the faraway sideline. A little over 3:30 to go. Oak Hill up 7, and they're going to force me to take a timeout. Yerrick Stoneman wasn't happy with the movement from the inbound pass. So Oak Hill will take their first timeout of the half, up by 7 with 3:31 to go. So let's talk about Eric Stoneman. We kind of touched on him a little bit, but he's been, this guy, elite. He actually coached at Oak Hill for a little while, coached under Steve Smith for 14 years, then came here to Ridgeview, and as I said, won 4 state championships in 5 years at Ridgeview High School, including coaching the South Carolina player, G.G. Jackson, the former #1 player in the country.
Yeah, he is an incredible coach. He spent a lot of time all around this country, and certainly a lot of different players that he's been able to coach. And he leads a very historic high school, it must be said, Oak Hill Academy. 9 national championships for this high school. The newest one coming all the way back in 2016. And how about this? From 1993 to 2016, they've won 9 national championships. They have not gone more than 5 years in a stretch without winning a national championship. Just really a dynasty. And I mean, again, you go look out at the NBA talent, the college talent is just incredible. We had pretty much a preview of these teams printed out. And I mean, the notable recent college players extends for 1.5 pages. NBA talent just as good. Yeah,
highlighted by Carmelo Anthony, Rajon Rondo. We can go on forever, but we'll stick to this game right now. Christian Anderson Jr. trying to work against Pitt. And Pitt does a good job playing defense. Anderson's been a very thorn in the side of CIA, but a beautiful pass, threads the needle, can't contain it though. Chuck Wadabilu now dumps it off to Lindsay in the paint. Floater is good. Anderson's up to 13 points on the night, and we're not even done with the first half.
Well, that pretty pass, I believe you call it a nutmeg in soccer when you just pass the ball between the legs of a defender, and that's what exactly happened to Thockborough.
Not good. They've made their last 5 of their 7 field goals, while the last minute and a half, Canyon International's turned over 3 times. Amir Ali spinning away with the jumper, gets fouled. He will get 2 at the line. Ali's been quiet in the second quarter. He had 8 in the first, but he's been very sort of under the radar second quarter, and they got to get him more involved if they want a shot at coming back against this Warriors team.
Yeah, you certainly do. Oak Hill has done an incredible job of shutting down the offensive tenacity by the Canyon International. Canyon International. I actually don't believe they have a mascot. I was trying to find one. I couldn't. But this team was 9 for 11 again shooting, which is just incredible. They're now 11 for 20. So they have just been shut down on every level offensively.
And there's the second one, good from Ali. He drains both his first 2 points in the second quarter. Again, as we said, they need to get him going if they want to mount a comeback against the 20th team in the nation. Now, Oak Hill. We saw him a little earlier if you were able to join us for the first game. Long Island Lutherans, really quick, stolen away. Rakeem Green on the other end, taking a one-man wrecking crew into the paint, but he'll get fouled. Magwood got the hold. So back to my other point, Oak Hill, they beat La Lumiere last week, that's why they're number 20. But again, they got killed. Their one loss is a 27-point beatdown by Long Island Lutheran, number 5 team in the country. And they went up after the loss, something you just don't see.
No, and that just speaks to the coaching, able to step back after a big loss by Eric Stoneman as a coach, get his team right and right the ship, so to speak, and come back with a victory.
Now, I do want to clarify, beating La Lumiere was the reason they moved up, but still, in the same week, they beat La Lumiere, who is another top 20 team. I think they're number 11 coming into tonight. They're not in this tournament, unfortunately. But they lost to Long Island Lutheran by 27, so give and take what you will. Both of those were knocked down from Canyon International, so now they are only down by 5, 2:30 to go. Oak Hill throwing long court pass, got lucky to get in the hands of Lindsay. He'll fire over to Vincent in the corner, who buries a 3. And just when Canyon International was starting to do some stuff, Oak Hill says, nah, we'll regain the reins of this horse.
Yeah, Christian Anderson, just a no-look pass. It was very pretty to see in the corner.
It was. Now Rakeem Green in the lane. Weird shot. Gets it up. And will eventually fall into the hands of Jamie Vincent. And now it's Christian Anderson Jr. going the other way. He'll get trapped. Well, didn't walk with it. Almost did. All the way swung over to DeAndre Lindsay. Wide open 3. Short arms it. A foul on the floor. Fighting for the ball. Looks like it's going to go against number 4, Francis Chukwudabilu.
Yeah, he was just wrapped up against one of the Canyon International Academy players. I didn't catch who he was wrapped up against, but just pulled the arm there is an easy call for the referee. But really for Oak Hill, they're in a position now up by 8. I believe it is their longest lead of the night to really, I think they're sensing blood with 1:45 to go in this first half. They have not allowed a lot of shots in the second half. They have done an excellent job defensively, and offense is starting to pick up.
Yeah, Gator National, big possession for them, and they throw it away. They're going to keep it with CIA. I'm going to say DeAndre Lindsay was the one who hit it out, not Jayon Pitt. But I agree. I think they're sensing blood in the water, looking like a shark, or more accurately, a warrior hunting a shark, trying to dry out this Gator National team early. Pitt's got it near the baseline. He's going to dribble it out of bounds. DeAndre Lindsay applied the pressure. And all Pitt could go was toward the baseline, which you can't go there.
Yeah, DeAndre Lindsay, just credit him with the excellent positioning on defense. Again, you just bottle up the offensive player with the ball on the out-of-bounds line. He has nowhere to go and turns it over.
Now Magwood tried to drive, long kick out over to Robinson. He's going to dribble in, throw up a shot. Looked like it was a running just prayer of a shot. He didn't get it to go, but he got the foul, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, Jusovic, excuse me, as we were been calling him, getting called for the foul. I don't believe he's scored any points so far. He's 0 for 2 from the field and 2 fouls and a single turnover. He's only got 7 minutes in this game coming off the bench for Tony McIntyre, head coach of Canyon International Academy, but unfortunately, where he's needed points coming off from his bench, it really hasn't happened. A lot of the starters, Miles Sadler as well as Amir Ali, with 23 combined points. Outside of that, they've got 8 points from the rest of the team, 4 from John Pitt, 4 from Green.
So there, Robinson at the line, shooting two. Misses the first one. Rare miss from Robinson. He's 80% at the line, 8 for 10 coming into tonight. Doesn't find the bottom of the net. Just try to shoot one. It'll stay a single-digit game. Need nothing but nylon for the second. So Gator National got 1:10 really left to go. Oak Hill applying the pressure. They'll get it past. Now Jusovic in the corner. No, he's going to trying to make some moves. Can't do anything with it. Going to get back up to Ali in the paint. Ali goes up, under, and can't get it to fall. Rebounded Oak Hill.
You have to be able to make that shot point blank, and you miss.
And now on the fast break, Anderson couldn't get it to go. Now Ali trying to go fast break. 2-on-2. Ali behind the back. Puts it up, and no, can't finish. Ali had the move. $100 move, 10-cent shot for Ali. Doesn't find it. And a timeout for Gator National with 45 seconds to go. They trail Oak Hill 40-31. It's been an offensive explosion for Oak Hill tonight. They're putting on a clinic, showing you why they're the number 20 ranked team in the country.
Yeah, I really like the timeout here, though, for Tony McIntyre, head coach, again, for CIA. Critical possession here, down by 9 and just 45 seconds remaining in the first half. His team has massively struggled as of late. 2 point-blank misses from Amir Ali, and of course that's bound to happen. No one is perfect in this sport, but at this level and against this competition, you got to make those shots. They haven't been able to. So draw something up. Maybe tell your guys to take some of the time off the clock. Don't throw something up that's just wild. But take your time, settle in, and get some late points to take some momentum into the second half. And I think this stands true in a majority of sports, but really the best teams will win the middle 4.
And they're trying to get a jump pass in there. Osaruri, couldn't get it to go. I'm going to say it's out on Osaruri.
Yeah, bounced off his foot, so it'll go back to Oak Hill. But what do I mean by the middle 4? Well, in football, it's the last 4 minutes of the second quarter, first 4 minutes of the third quarter, and that certainly applies here in basketball.
Magwood, he's got it with 35 seconds. Having some fun around. He'll take a 3, dancing around, short arms it, long rebound, long shot. It'll end up in the hands of Micah Robinson. Jusovic on him. He's going to dribble left hand, go into the paint, up. He's going to take a blocking foul. Looked like it could have been a charge. Pitt tried to stand his ground, but Magwood draws the block. He will most likely go to the line.
Yeah, I believe that definitely looked like a shooting foul, so he will get 2 free throws.
I think they're also in the bonus as well. One of the things, though, we were talking about Oak Hill shooting really well. It's holding true in the stat line. Field goal percentage is around 48%. Coming into tonight, they only shot 42% from the field. So a lot better shot selection, and more shots are falling for this Oak Hill team.
Well, when you consider they were 1 for 6 and now 14 for 30, certainly credit has to be given to better shot selection, better passing of the basketball. And again, it's a big reason why they've been able to stretch their lead now to double digits off the free throw make.
Micah Robinson looking for his second, and he'll drain them both. The double-digit lead, the first one for either side tonight. So Canyon International, they got around 20 seconds to work with it. We're going to see if they hold for the last shot. You got Ali on Micah Robinson.
Your best player has to stay with the ball. This
Now,
is Amir Ali.
They're doubling him. Now Jurosevic, left side, got 6 seconds, drives baseline, puts it up, Pure Jurosevic gets it. Last second heave from Madwood. Look like an overhand pass, doesn't fall. Canyon International comes back within single digits, but it's been all Oak Hill since around middle of the first quarter. They're up 42-33. Now we're going to take a quick break. Halftime, we'll come right back here. Don't go any for the second half. Can Canyon International make a comeback, or is Oak Hill going to run away with this one? Find out right here at the Bash. Welcome back into the Palmetto State. My name's Alex Ross, joined by my partner Jace Egoff, Before we get going for our second half, thank our sponsors tonight. The Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike, Only Basketball, and Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavors, Chipotle for real. So we said this is the first game, but this is an honor for mental health. Holding up a 3 here at halftime for Helinski's Hope. We'll talk about that in a second.
Thank you very much.
So for those who are joining us from out of the state, Ryan Helinski is a former quarterback at South Carolina. Now his brother died from mental health reasons. So what they do here at Ridgeview is they hold up a 3 because Helinski's Hope, the organization that Ryan Helinski founded for mental health awareness, is symbolized by the number 3. So that is why Ridgeview has this tradition at halftime where they hold up a 3 for awareness of mental health. But we'll continue to focus on this game at the end of the first half, and really all the second quarter. Oak Hill dominated here in National. They built this lead up to 9 points. Jace, why'd that happen?
Well, they turned it up on defense. In the second quarter alone, Canyon International Academy was 1 for 8. They were abysmal. It was a disaster, to be frank, on offense. Now they are 7 for 7 at the charity stripe, so they found some points there. But really, even though overall they're at 50%, which is by all metrics pretty good, but after being 9 for 11 and going 1 for 13 in the first and second quarters, it has just not been their day on offense. But that was really because their star point guard, Miles Saunders, had 3 fouls.
And right there, Jion Pitt loses it, going the other way. Anderson, now Robinson up the middle. Lindsey up and under, and good underneath. Gets the and one. Disaster start for CIA, and Oak Hill has now built this lead to double digits. They're looking to go up by 12 with the and one at the line from Lindsey.
Yeah, as I was saying in the second quarter at the late stages, what is known as the middle 4, very important minutes in in sports in general, and it has been dominated in the early second quarter by Oak Hill, and certainly in the first opening few seconds of the third quarter, they have dominated.
Yeah, they have. DeAndre Lindsey rolls one around. 12-point lead for Oak Hill. Now Sadler, he hasn't really gotten the board, only 2 points in the second quarter. Misfires on a 3, going to be kicked back out, and Sadler comes and gets the rebound, top of the key, drives in the paint, dumps off underneath, and it's going to be lost. Fakbar, they say he stepped out of bounds when he had it. It will go in possession of Oak Hill. Oak Hill's in the all blacks, and Canyon International in the all whites. Nice little easy color matchup here after our first game was gray on gray.
Fakbar did not look like he was ready for that pass from Miles Saunders, and you just have to be. When your point guard is dribbling inside the paint, working against bigger opponents, you got to be ready for that pass.
And they're going to say it's on the floor. Got passed down to Chuck Woodabilu, who's not found the scoreboard tonight, but he does get fouled underneath. Oak Hill will take it out, and they'll contain possession here in the opening minute of this third quarter. Canyon International looks like they're starting to spiral a little bit here. They're 0-3 in search of their first win. Underneath, quick off the back, can't get it to fall, Magwood. And now Sadler trying to cherry pick the other way. Good hold off from Noah George, allows Sadler to go the distance coast to coast, cut this lead back down to 10.
Yeah, excellent job by Fakbar. Again, the tallest player we've seen out of our slate of 2 games tonight. 7'1", a massive wingspan, and it came in clutch there.
And Magwood loses it. Everyone's on the ground, but I say everyone only for Canyon International. Timeout. Great timeout from Tony McIntyre. Looked like Jion Pitt was clueless on the ground with the ball. So was Oak Hill, though. It was an easy jump ball opportunity, and Oak Hill stood like statues, not sure what they were doing.
Yeah, that was actually really interesting because you had a player who was out of bounds for Canyon International Academy, and they just really didn't try to pass that ball away. But also for Oak Hill, you kind of mentioned that they were slow to fight defensively to try to get the jump ball. The possession arrow does belong to Oak Hill. That being said, it'll, because of the clutch timeout from Tony McIntyre, stay with Canyon CIA.
And it also may be noted, they're up by 10, Oak Hill, but they're trying to kind of make their name in this EYBL, trying to get back to that first national final appearance since 2016. They have 5 total. They're a force to be reckoned with, and they're trying to kind of build their season. Again, their only sole loss was to number 5 in the country, Long Island Lutheran. They beat La Lemire, and they're coming off of a 121-69 win against South Florence. That is a little east of here, if you are not aware of the South Carolinian geography like me and Jace are.
And Oak Hill Academy, their lead, and as we've been talking about for a majority of this second half, has just been the work they were doing at the second quarter. I know this is, again, something we've talked about often, but I just looked it up, and looking at scoring by period, Oak Hill Academy, 19 points in the second quarter, matched only by 8 from Canyon International Academy. They have come out in the second half equally as dominant, and they have 3 early points so far. They've been good on defense after allowing 9 makes and 11 tries in the first quarter.
Canyon International slowing down their efficiency. They need to try to find their way into the hoop, drive to the paint, get some easy opportunities. Amir Ali, he's got to get going. Now he kicks to the corner. Noah George catches it. Now over to Sadler. Sadler into the paint. Stops, goes up and under. Now a shot, no good. Rebounded by Oak Hill, swinging his arms around. That was Francis Chukwudabilu going the other way. Quickly barreling into the charge call. Magwood barrels into the small Sadler, and then Sadler draws the foul, which will get it back into the hands of CIA.
Yeah, again, Sadler, who has just proven this game to be a very smart heads-up player. 15 points for him tonight. I believe that leads his team, but he has been so good all around, and it does. And actually, check this. Second highest scorer, Amir Ali, with 3 for CIA. But going back to Sadler, just a heads-up play to take the charge on that previous possession.
Swung all the way. Noah George, corner 3, short-armed it into the hands of Oak Hill, lose it underneath. Little inerrant play there from Chukwudabilu. It's not been his finest showing tonight. He's very talented, though. A 4-star, the number 11th center in the 2025 class out of Plano, Texas, has offers from Bama, Michigan State, Auburn, and more. Now Ali got it baseline, trying to work against Lindsay. Now he'll drive to the paint, stop, shooting over the bigger Lindsay, and can't get it to fall. And this time they're going to say it's out off of Thakbar. Chukwudabilu doesn't touch it there, and it'll go back to the Warriors.
And after 3 turnovers in the last minute 50 seconds for Oak Hill Academy, doing everything they can to put CIA back into this game, their defense has still been stifling. 1 for 5 is CIA in terms of shot made for attempts in the third quarter.
And now they're down by 10 at Showai. Now underneath, getting it, it's blocked. Thakbar got the block on Chukwudabilu, goes out of bounds off Chukwudabilu, and the ball will go back to CIA. Great defensive play there from Thakbar.
And again, that 7'1" height, it's easier for him than anyone else to go up and make that defensive play and gets the block. Momentum certainly trying to side with CIA. They've done so good defensively, forcing turnovers and a scoring drought for 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
And there we go. Jion Pitt right on cue. Takes to the hole and gets a tough 2 to fall. They cut it back down to single digits. Jion Pitt, another one of these players, he's number 35 player in the junior class right now. He's really not been a factor tonight. He was a little earlier, but he's got to really also get going. Now they're going to draw a double. Lindsay into the corner, dump it down low to Vincent. Vincent over to Robinson, goes up, under, doesn't get the fall, but he gets the foul. He will go to the line to shoot 2 more.
Thakbar just getting a bit of the arm on that play, and very easy call for the referee to make.
And it's all caused by that double team. They came out guarding the man up top, swung all the way around. Great ball movement from Oak Hill, something we haven't really said in either game. The ball movement there on point got Robinson the underneath foul, and his free throw is really pretty to watch, just nothing but net there.
Well, and when they've had poor shooting from the field in the third quarter, talking about Oak Hill Academy, it's a good job to just get it inside, be physical. You have the height advantage at some of these key positions, and actually staying out of foul trouble too. CIA has a few players with early fouls.
Yeah, now they're swinging that ball around. Here comes CIA with the movement underneath. Baseline floater from Sadler. Finally back on the board in this third quarter. Cuts this lead back down to 9. Underneath, trying to staple Thakbar, and said he'll foul Lindsay underneath, and now Lindsay will get to 2. And we're seeing these teams now attack the basketball hoop, something we saw in the early game. We saw number 6 player in the country, VJ Edgecombe. He couldn't get a shot to fall early, so what did he do? He attacked the basket and eventually ended in that dagger 3 that all you could do is really laugh at it.
Yeah, that was a huge shot to certainly end that game. But going back to your point about attacking the paint, as Lindsay's first free throw is made, nice job by Lindsay to just time that pump fake very at the perfect time. It got Thockbor out of position. He falls onto Lindsay. It was the easy call and puts Thockbor again in foul issues. It's his third in the middle stages of the third quarter.
And now a timeout called, looks like by Canyon International. They're down 10, 49-39, 4:26 to go in this third quarter. Trying to find any momentum they can get on offense. And this is we kind of mentioned it here and there, but we really haven't dove into it. Canyon International, this is the first year they're a thing. The students, they attend Dream City Christian in Glendale, Arizona. Canyon International Academy is a basketball prep academy, but this is their first year ever. And I'm not saying they're winning, but they're playing with Oak Hill.
Yeah, and they certainly had a very fantastic first quarter and a really good start to this game. Again, 9 for 11 at one point. But since then, they really have fallen short in a lot of offensive categories. They are still perfect from the free throw line, but they've neglected to even get to the charity stripes in the third quarter, and we're nearly 4 minutes into the second half. They've got to get something rolling here as now Oak Hill introduces sort of a press.
Yeah, they're just making them think a little more unusual. And then you mentioned it, I'll give you the statistic. Canyon International shoots 70% from the line as a team, one of the best in the EYBL Scholastic. Now Sadler, they're going to say it's out on, looks like Magwood playing defense in Sadler. Magwood's not happy about it, but Sadler will take it out near sideline here.
Well, I don't want to question the referee's judgment on that. And he is right there in his defense, but I was surprised to see it stay with CIA.
And now Pitt, he's going to have to kick that one out to Sadler. Sadler gets in the lane, loses the handle. Good defense from Oak Hill. Make up for the call, and now Magwood throwing the lob, half court. Oh, Micah Robinson shaking the backboard, Shaq-esque. Magwood threw that from around the logo, and Micah Robinson finishes the flush.
Noah George wanted a technical foul called on that hang.
And there it is, right the other way, Amir Ali from Sadler. Anything you can do, I can do better, and Ali returns the favor, cuts it back down to 10. Now a block the other way. Canyon International, they got numbers, it's 3-on-1. George going to the hoop of his own, gets the foul call, couldn't get the drop in the bucket. He will go to the line to shoot two. Canyon International, was that what they needed?
Oh, absolutely. The alley-oop from half court is, I don't want to use a harsh word, but for lack of a better word, I'll say it was kind of embarrassing to allow that to happen, but for you able to come back and get an alley-oop of your own. And a free throw by Noah George.
Noah George, 1 for 2 from the line coming into the night. Makes his first one from the stripe.
He's got offers from Oregon and Arizona State. No surprise here, but a majority of this roster and starting five for CIA having offers from Arizona State University, but I didn't see any with the Arizona offers, and now an offensive foul.
Yeah, you can't do that. Christian Anderson Jr., the easy referee call. His arm fully extended out. It's one of those plays when you're talking about pass interference. You can't have that happen, much less on a basketball court. Can't have that happen.
Yeah, certainly an easy call by the referee. And give CIA credit, really, because they're hanging around in this second half in the early midst. A lot of times we've seen Oak Hill have a really nice opportunity to pull away and make this game their own.
And now a three ball on the way. Osaruri makes it. And just like that, it's a 5-point game. Canyon International starting now the third quarter. They've inched their way back closer. Only a 5-point lead from Oak Hill, who's now got some work to do. CIA not going away. Beautiful crossover by Magwood. Going to look to the corner, Micah Robinson. He's been dangerous from three. Underneath, hot to handle. Vincent couldn't hold on. Turnover from Oak Hill. And CIA, here we go. EYBL Scholastic action, folks. Doesn't get much better than this, and CIA with this possession has a chance to make it a one-possession game.
If they get a bucket here, we might see a subsequent timeout called by Eric Stoneman, head coach of Oak Hill Academy, because the momentum is certainly in the swing of CIA.
And now underneath, gets the push and the foul! Vincent pushed him in the back. The and one goes to us. Paul Osarui gets the and one to drop. He'll have a three-point play at the line. And Canyon International looked like they may have been dead in the water, dried up, if you will, from the desert. Have now found new life and are only down by 3 with a chance to make it 2.
Well, a big reason for that is a 9-0 run in the last minute. That is a very impressive statistic. They've made their last 3 field goals and now get the and one converted.
Paul Osarui, the freshman,
He's unranked. He's actually part of the Canada, under 16 team. He has offers from Arizona State, Oklahoma State, Cal State, and Northridge. And right now, big point from him. Going to be a pass to Robinson. He's been lethal underneath. Great dish to Lindsay, who flushes it home. That's exactly what Oak Hill needed after a 9-0 or after a 10-0 run from Canyon. Now Ali taking it up and gets the pit. And now Noah George, he'll settle the offense down around the logo.
CIA was trying to push it up the court, but slowing down, as you said. No shot clock again in this level of high school basketball, so they can take their time.
Now Pitt, he's going to get up and under, and no, rims out. Pitt almost had the easy two, and now Sauer the Wolf. No one expecting it. George the other way, falling down. Magwood, going to be a dunk for Ali. Unselfish basketball from George. He'll say, I'll let you slam it home. 2-point game for CIA, and they have all the momentum.
Just an excellent highlight clip that we just saw in front of our very own eyes. Noah George, no hesitation to pass that ball up. Unselfish play, as you mentioned, and after the dunk, being only down by 2.
And now a good foul by George. Magwood got behind him, and he was going to have the, don't say this often when you see a 6'2 guy in the league, but a shorter defender on him. He was probably going to rise up over him. Now should be in the bonus, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2. This is really big for Canyon International after trailing by close to, I think it was 10 at halftime. They're down to a 2-point game with 80 seconds to go in this third quarter. Have a real chance to do some damage and stay in this game in the fourth. Over Magwood drills his first free throw.
Yeah, 4 of the last 5 field goals have been made. 12-2 run over the last 2 minutes. They've been incredible. That recent dunk, the eclipse, if you will, of their recent success. And a lot of things going their way recently, and that's what happens for Oak Hill Academy when you let a team who's is not really playing up to your level kind of hang around in that kind of double-digit, big single-digit lead. I mean, they can answer back, and if they get some momentum like we've seen, they're going to come back.
Basketball, no lead is safe in this sport. Showing you why is CIA. Showing some fight. Ali gets to the lane, gets stripped. They're going to say it's off of Ali. Micah Robinson got the strip. Ali wants the foul. And don't let Oak Hill get hot. They look like they're starting to run away with this at halftime. Now they have a chance to push this to 2 possessions going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's very funny how we see after a lot of runs.
Oh, a long three from Anderson, just off the mark. Rebounded, though, by Chuck Witabilu, and that pass is inerrant. Ali going the other way. It's 4-on-2. Over into the lane, jump step. Joe George to Ali, and right wing 3, buries it, and we are tied at Ridgeview. 54 all, 37 seconds left in the third quarter. And just like that, CIA hanging with the big guns.
Well, I was going to say, usually after a big run like this, they might start to tire out, but they've still been playing great.
And the offensive foul.
Foul.
Christian Anderson giving it to Noah George. Noah George is hyped. And oh my goodness, it looked like Oak Hill was going away with it. They started the second half looking a little stronger. Both teams looking a little out of place. But Canyon International clawing, inching, and they draw even with the 20th team in the country for the second straight time in a row. An unranked team playing with one of the top teams in the country.
Yeah, and they're playing tough after being down by 9 at the end of the first half. They've now tied it.
They won a 3. Osururi, he's trying to work in. He'll laying around. He'll finally get to George. 7 seconds on the clock. George may have the last shot. Here comes Oak Hill with the double. Trying to make some end miss. Step back 3 for the lead. Off the mark. Nobody home. To say it was tipped. Good defense from Oak Hill keeps this game deadlocked at 54. But Jace, we got a game in our hands after a 10-point game at the half. Canyon International draws blood and comes back to tie this game here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that quarter percentage, 53%, much more similar to what we would expect of this Canyon International Academy. Much better at shooting the ball, and the biggest improvement was going from 20% at three-point range in the first half to now 40%. They've done incredible work in the third quarter, but as I was saying earlier, it's funny how these things work. Runs can kind of be temporary, and obviously are. You get tire yourself out, your starting 5 and your players who are on the court certainly are going to get tired. But credit Canyon International Academy. I'm not going to lie, I think both of us going into that second half, seeing an Oak Hill Academy team heavily favored, up by 9, expecting that this game could very quickly slip out of hand. First few minutes, Oak Hill Academy really played down to Canyon International's level. They both were kind of sloppy turnovers, a lack of poor shooting, or excuse me, a lack of good shooting, I should say. But again, when you just let the opposing team hang around, eventually they're going to do something right. Both teams took a risk by not being proactive in the early stages of the first half, or second half, excuse me, and eventually one team stepped up. Of course, it was CIA, and for that reason, we enter the fourth quarter at a tie game.
CIA trailed by as many as 12, going back to 51-39. Now they trail. They don't even trail the number 20 team in the country. Magwood to the lane, goes up, and a charge call! Giant Pitt took it. Magwood can't believe it. He wanted the fight. He was saying, count the basket. The referee said it goes the other way. And Canyon International showing their fight right now.
Yeah, Magwood just earned a trip to the bench with his third foul in the opening stages of the fourth quarter. Can't allow that to happen. And one of your returners, one of your leaders for Yerrick Stoneman on the bench now. This is a pivotal few minutes for both teams.
And here comes Sadler up and in, and just like that, CIA has the lead. Holy crap, what a turn of events. CIA, and now a trap in the corner. Lindsay almost lost it. They're going to say timeout, Oak Hill. Yerrick Stoneman needs to calm the masses as CIA has come roaring back. And they hold a 2-point lead against the ever-historic Oak Hill. The ultimate underdog story. Canyon International looking for their first win of the year, their first year as a program. They lead one of the most, maybe the most historic high school basketball team to grace this country.
Absolutely. 23 years, if I remain correct. 9 national championships during that span. Oak Hill Academy, certainly one of the most elite programs. Again, loads of talent in the college level, D1 level, as well as, of course, in the NBA. But this is why we play sports, right? The underdog story, everyone's favorite story. Canyon International Academy, you can't write it if you wanted to any better, because a program in their first year of existence are up by 2 with around 7 minutes to go, 7:30 to go. And if they could pull off this win, that would be huge. But I want to go back to that timeout, actually, Alex, with Yerrick Stoneman calling the timeout. If he called that timeout a few seconds later, that would have been a jump ball, and possession arrow belongs to CIA. If CIA ended up winning that jump ball, I think that bench would have erupted. I mean, that bench would have gone nuts because up by 2, having the ball. But again, good heads-up play by Yerrick Stoneman. And that's what we're accustomed to at this level of high school is really good coaching. And we've seen a lot of timely timeouts from all 4 of our head coaches we've seen today. And Tony McIntyre himself for CIA has called a lot of good timeouts to save his team.
Yerrick Stoneman's homecoming could end roughly, Jace. We'll see if they can find it here late and retake and win this game. Oak Hill can. Right now, Anderson trying to go baseline. They're going to call the foul against CIA. Will be on the floor, so Oak Hill takes it out underneath. But Canyon International, another underdog, just to add fuel to the fire, they have the worst margin, like the worst margin of games. They're negative 35. That's how many points they combined they've lost by in this EYBL Scholastic. And right now Micah Robinson wide open for 3. Did they forget about him? They must have, because Micah Robinson quiets the bench for CIA and drains a tray. And Oak Hill goes back up top. It's going to be a fun one down the stretch.
We had a double team at the top of the key, and for whatever reason, just didn't work. And a good heads-up play to give it to your open man.
Splits the defenders, loses the ball in the lane. Not rebounded, but taken away by Chuck Wodabilu. Now going the other way, Anderson trying to push it up. Takes it into the lane, goes up and around, and good. Christian Anderson Jr. quick puts Oak Hill back up by 3. Now 3 from Ali, trying to quiet the storm, and he did. He had a man in his face, Micah Robinson. He can't do it any better than that. He just drills it.
Yeah, step back 3, and that proves to show why he's one of the better players on this team. Excellent shot, and it was timely needed. And now an offensive foul.
Moving screen from Chuck Wodabilu. Ali drew it, and now tied game, 6:25 to go. Looks like it'll go into the hands of CIA. That was actually a moving screen by Micah Robinson, number 5. So CIA, they're going to go left to right in the all-whites. Looking for glory here. Their first win as a program could be against the historic Oak Hill Warriors. It'll be a fun last 6 minutes.
That big three from Amir Ali was so important because Oak Hill was in the run of, in the midst of a 5-0.
Three ball on the way from Akeem Green, off the mark, rebounded by Robinson, going the other way. Lindsey Anderson trying to push it, getting to the corner. He's going to take a three, off balance, not off, just rims out into the hands of Jayon Pitt. Back goes CIA. Ali wanted to pull up for a three, stop and start, into the lane, gets it up, no foul call. It looks like they're trying to decide to save it, K International. It looked like that would have been off of number 21 for Oak Hill, Martez Harris, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, going back to what I was saying, though, that big three by Amir Ali was so important because if he doesn't make that, Oak Hill Academy was in the midst of starting a run. They had scored 5 straight points, and it was a good job with that three to kill that run before it ever started. Still 59 to go, or 59 all with 5:45 to go, and a lot to be decided in the waning stages of this game.
Gonna be a fun one down the stretch. You couldn't have asked for a better one. Coming here, both of us from the University of South Carolina, getting to call the highest level of high school basketball. It's been a dream come true, I can say for both. Cutting in there, Lindsey gets his own miss, puts it back up, gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Good job just getting it inside, feeding it to your big man, being physical. CIA has struggled a lot with fouls. That's a big reason why it's 7-1. Falkmore is on the bench right now. He had 3 fouls, drew his third in the opening stages of the fourth quarter, and for that reason, he has not been in the game since. So this CIA team certainly struggling with fouls, and Oak Hill Academy taking full advantage of it.
DeAndre Lindsey nails his first run from the charity stripe, putting Oak Hill back in front. 5:30 to go down the stretch, and you don't want that man at the line. He's been 6 for 6 tonight, and he's going to make it a smooth 7 for 7. He's been perfect. He's going to be one to watch the stretch if this game does end up coming to fouls. International hope it doesn't go that way.
Oak Hill Academy just has done a really good job again of being aggressive when their opponent has foul troubles.
Now aggressive, stops on a dime, puts it up, gets blocked by Micah Robinson. Into the hands of Oak Hill. They're going to try to push it. Lindsey up ahead. Beautiful pass to Robinson. Into the lane. Euro steps. Gets to the paint. Rims out. No way. Robinson had the bucket. Couldn't get it to go. Now CIA trying to push it. Noah George spinning into the lane. Puts it up and gets packed. Oh my goodness. Anderson Jr. now going the other way is Lindsey. Lindsey trying to get to the paint. Almost loses it. Anderson Jr. by the low block. He'll put up an easy 5-footer and he'll bury it. A lot just happened in a short amount of time. All you need to know is Oak Hill goes up by 4, 63-59, 4:40 to go.
Yeah, CIA is starting to lose composure here in the last few minutes. They had an excellent run to tie it up, but their last 4 field goal attempts have all been misses and a few turnovers in that stretch as well.
Now trying to get to the lane. Up and under. Green couldn't get it to go. Vincent with the rebound and into the hands of Magwood. Again, as game wanes on, the more it harms the favorite, They have a lot more pressure. Right now, Oak Hill, the 4-point lead. We've seen a lead diminish, from Oak Hill already. Magwood, he's trying to do his dance against Green. Goes down in the paint. Gets blocked from Green. Great defense from McCreen. Green can't draw it up any better than that. Oak Hill gets the ball, and Amir Ali, the 4-star, slows it down.
Yeah, excellent defensive possession there with the block, able to get the defensive rebound, quick transition into offense. But you got to get something rolling here. Time winding down, under 4 to go, down by 4. These are critical possessions. You got to make them count.
Raheem Green's only offers at Akron played phenomenal defense against the 4-star Magwood. Now going to be Orsaruri going to go by him, stops at the free throw line, can't get it to fall. Ball bouncing around into the hands of Green. He'll fire a 3 and he'll bury it. 1-point game for CIA. Rakeem Green, the unranked prospect, only offered him from Akron. And he's been crucial down the stretch, now up to 7 points tonight.
CIA has been much better from the 3. And 4 for 8 in the fourth quarter.
Christian Anderson drew that foul there. Jace told me to bump in on you. Anderson got inside the paint and drew the foul. He'll go to the line, the 77% free throw shooter. He'll get 2 more cracks at the line. He's already 2 for 3 tonight.
And that's the 3rd foul on Noah George. That's probably not something that you would take him out on in this late in the game with 3 minutes to go. But again, if you pick up another quick foul, then you might consider that, as we see Miles Sadler come back in. But he comes in actually for number 23, Paul Osori, who is a lot taller at 6'9".
Yeah,
over the 5'11" Miles Sadler.
Both teams opting to go with small ball here with 3:13 to go, and now Jurasevich. Oh, he misses the free throw. Lindsay can't believe it. Only a 2-point lead for Oak Hill. Keep Jurasevich on the bench. He's waiting to get checked in. Right now, Jayon Pitt drives to the lane, and they're going to say it was a push on Jamie Vincent. This will allow Jurasevich to check into the game off the foul.
Yeah, and they're going to get a lucky break there. It looked like a lot of things were going for them, trying to get a drive inside. It was good defense on the inside in the paint for Oak Hill Academy, but second chance by drawing the foul.
And now Jayon Pitt working on the bigger Vincent. He goes under and gets blocked by Vincent. Numbers for Oak Hill, it's 4-on-3. Stopping on a dime, Magwood. He's going to try to rim that one in. Doesn't fall, rebounded. No! DeAndre Lindsay couldn't get it. Foul by Anderson underneath against Ali. Go in the hands of CIA.
Amir Ali with a textbook rebound, grabs the basketball, tucks it into his stomach to protect it from getting swiped away, and draws the foul. And that is the fourth foul now on Anderson Jr., and that could be, if there's another foul, obviously, his final moments of this game.
They got to keep him in the game, though. 2:40 to go. Jayon Pitt, now Jurasevich. Around the three-point line, he'll give it back to Ali. On him's DeAndre Lindsay. Could be a crucial matchup down the stretch. Ali gets it stripped by Lindsay. Now going the other way, 3-on-2. Robinson over to Lindsay. He'll fire. No, he'll pass it and throw it to the hands of Jayon Pitt. An errant pass from Lindsay, and Jayon Pitt throws it away now. What is happening on the court? 2:20 to play. Back-to-back turnovers. Has now given the ball back to Oak Hill.
Yeah, Amir Ali had a great job of he complained when that ball was stripped, wanting a foul, and you got to speed up and go play defense. He ended up getting to the other side of the court to cause the turnover, but on the other end, Jayon Pitt, just slow down. You're in no need. There's 2 to go. You're down by 2. Take your time.
Lindsay gets blocked by the younger Sadler, and he throws it away. Slam down, Jamie Vincent. Jayon Pitt just trying to avoid a walk that may have been worse. Oak Hill now up by 4 as the final 2 minutes go. Pitt driving left hand, goes up with the right, doesn't get it to go, but he'll get a foul. He'll go to the line. And that's back and forth.
That's a good move to get inside, just draw physicality. The refs have been calling a lot of fouls in today's game. Oak Hill Academy with 22 free throw attempts, 10 for Canyon International Academy. They've made all 10 of them, and a good chance here to get some more points. But again, CIA, if they are wanting to win this game, they've got to be better. Out of their last 8 field goals attempted, only 1 has found the bottom of the net. 3 turnovers in the last minute and 40 seconds, and 4 turnovers in the last 4 total minutes. So they've got to be better and clean it up on offense, and that's the first miss from the team.
Crucial time for the first miss. Jayon Pitt is one of the lesser free throw shooters on this team. He's one of the people that brings the average down. He's only at 58% from the line. He won't bury the second one right on the average. So CIA down by 2, 1:50 to go.
And that's a big break for Oak Hill Academy, because that miss makes it a 3-point game, meaning if this possession is empty, it still means likely the worst is you only will tie it if you give up points.
And right there, Magwa gets to the lane, gets stripped from Rakeen Green. Sadler going the other way, driving into the lane. The small man kicks it out. Noah George for the tie. Can't get it, way off the mark, an air ball into the hand of Vincent. And he's dribbling around, looking around. Timeout, Oak Hill. And Coach Eric Stoneman not happy with the 4-star Magwood after that strip.
I think he was just calling the timeout to make sure that he wouldn't turn the ball over after they got the defensive rebound. It was Jamie Vincent, the 4th, who had the defensive rebound, was struggling to find any open teammates. Again, I love the timeout. You only have 1 remaining in the last minute and 30 seconds, but that one gives you a free inbound, gives you a pass so you don't have to worry about turning the ball over. And again, a crucial moment. I like the timeout here by Eric Stoneman. Very, very good, very solid timeouts here. Knows that this game is going to come down to possessions, and you want to keep the ball. And certainly when you're up, you want to let that clock run, and you want to let that clock run when you have the ball. So I like the good timeout, and allows this team to get some composure and really talk about this game as we wrap up here with a minute 34. Let them know, again, keep your composure. Don't let anyone get behind you. And we'll see how the last 1 minute and 30 seconds, just over 90 seconds to go, plays out.
94 seconds for glory for the upstart CIA. We mentioned it earlier. Their first win in program history could come against the historic 9-time national champion Oak Hill Academy. The Warriors are 9-1 coming into this game, 1-1 in EYBL Scholastic play. Looking to walk away, give their coach a nice homecoming here at Ridgeview. They'll continue to play over the rest of the bash. It's the only 2 EYBL Scholastic games, though, in this tournament, so we'll see how it goes. Underneath, taking it out, getting it to Christian Anderson Jr. It'll be Sadler and him. Big matchup here in the last 90 seconds. Almost a backcourt, but they get it across to Robinson.
1:20, you got to start be thinking about getting fouls.
Anderson goes to the lane. He will draw a foul. They're going to call it on the floor, though. Big break there for Oak Hill. Noah George called with the hold. Now we'll give Oak Hill the ball under their own basket. 1:15 to go, up by 3.
Oak Hill Academy surrendering, I believe, 4 fouls in this fourth quarter. And I think there's some discussion.
Yeah, they're trying to
team fourth foul. You shoot the 1-1 at 7. So they've got some room for error here to get some cheap fouls like we just saw.
We'll see if they can get the ball inbound first. They wanted the lob to Lindsay. Couldn't get it. Sadler playing defense against Anderson Jr. He'll knock it out. And wow, a little time to tick off, but not much. So we'll see Oak Hill inbounded on the near sideline.
Yeah, good defense there. No one open, but that time they found someone on the current inbound.
Noah George now picks up Anderson Jr. around midcourt. Gonna have to start moving the ball quickly. Robinson, he's been potent from 3. He doesn't pull. Anderson Jr. almost pulled a 3. Instead, he drives in. Got no one on him. He'll pull up from short. Missed it. Into the hands. Lindsay gets his own and puts it up and in. Good work play from Anderson Jr. Follows the rebound, gets his own miss, and it's a 2-possession game for the Warriors. Got to move quickly. Sadler goes by a man, shoots up a 3. No go, no foul. Rebounded Michael Robinson. 38 seconds to play. Now the other end. Puts it home with a slam. Martez Harris comes into the game for his first points. Puts Oak Hill up by 7. Timeout CIA, and Oak Hill can smell their homecoming for Eric Stoneman.
That could be the dagger, as we just saw. And I believe for Martin, that's the first time he's actually found points tonight. We haven't mentioned his name a lot tonight, but some critical points there. Credit the assist to Micah Robinson. Again, just getting the ball in transition, throwing it up the court to your teammate, gets the dunk, gives you a ton of momentum. Most importantly, you got a 7-point lead. That is so hard to overcome with such little time remaining. 39 seconds, just under 40 to go in the fourth quarter. But really, again, excellent job in these dying stages from really the 2 favorites that we've seen tonight. For Blue High, as we saw earlier, they were able to play close to their competition, but were able to pull away in the dying stages and under that last minute win that game comfortably. And in this one, too, the favorites, the Oak Hill Academy, they have been able to, although they played it close with Canyon International Academy for most of this game, certainly at the start of the fourth quarter, being tied and a lot of momentum on that sideline for CIA. Could have expected this one to go the other way around. But for CIA, they have found nothing recently offensively. No field goals within the last 3 minutes. They're 1 out of their last 10, very similar to what we saw in that second quarter where they only scored 8. They have 9 in the fourth quarter. So credit Oak Hill Academy. They have played terrific when it mattered most.
You're so right. They've outscored CIA by 7, and they go up and under Jayon Pitt. It's a big basket there and a quick timeout there from CIA, Coach McIntyre. They got 21 seconds left, not dead yet, down by 5, but we'll take some missed free throws from this Oak Hill team. And you got to imagine trying to get it to DeAndre Lindsay, who's been a perfect 7 for 7 from the line tonight.
Yep, and this is where you want your free throw shooters to be good. This is where you want your good free throw shooters to be on the court, because they're going to foul with just 28 seconds to go. You're up by 5, which isn't necessarily nail in the coffin amount of points. Certainly CIA still has a chance to win this one, but it's very slim, and a 5-point game is very pivotal because that's 2 possessions, and that is a huge lead with under 30 to go. So again, for Oak Hill Academy, looking to just seal things away, and for Yerrick Stoneman, we've mentioned a lot, it is his homecoming, coached here at Ridgeview High School, which is where we're stationed at. And first of all, thanks to Ridgeview High School for hosting this wonderful bash.
It's been amazing.
Yeah, it's been awesome to be here, and all these teams and players enjoying it. And I'm sure, I mean, it's hard for a high school to host some high schools in a high school tournament, not just from maybe the Columbia area or the local area, but from Glendale, Arizona, Brooklyn, New York, Virginia. I mean, just some of those places. These teams have traveled far and wide to come here to Columbia, South Carolina. But again, this is where this game will be won or lost at the free throw line.
Of course, they get it to Lindsay. Ali has to immediately foul him. Now we'll put Lindsay at the line. They're in the bonus. And as I said, he's a perfect 11 for 11 on the year. Hasn't missed one yet. He was trying to go to the line. Stoneman called him over. And then he says, yeah, go do it yourself.
And unfortunately for CIA, they're not at the luxury, they don't have the luxury, I should say, anymore of choosing the shooters to send to the line. If someone gets the inbound, no matter how good they are, then they have to foul that man. And that's exactly what happened. You got it inside to Lindsay, who has been perfect from the line so far tonight. Hope I don't jinx him.
There's the announcer jinx.
And I did, unfortunately. But up until that point, he was 7 for 8 and has been incredible at the free throw line, still is. So, again, just not with how much time's left and the deficit, you don't have the luxury of picking and choosing who you want to foul.
Now they rattle that one home, 6-point lead. Not dead yet, all the way to Yurcevich, and he will throw it away. Sadler couldn't connect, and that may do it. 6-point lead with 16.2 seconds left. Seems pretty hard. They're going to get to Anderson. They won't foul him. They're going to throw it up ahead to Harris, and he will get fouled by Ali. And that will be that. 12 seconds left, 6 points. We've seen crazier things happen. Vermont came back from 6 points, so I don't want to say this past week, correct?
Oh, I was not watching the game. I'm not sure. But it has certainly happened before in this wild and crazy sport. But you have to think for Eric Stoneman and his composed team that we've seen tonight facing a lot of adversity, been able to be the better team when it mattered the most, stem the tide of a couple of runs, one early, one late from CIA. The late one, of course, a 12-2 run to tie it up at the start of the fourth quarter. They've rode through the storm.
There's the rebound. Harris got the rebound. He will get fouled. Not some precious seconds went off there. Harris, quick before I let you jump back in, Jace. He's no slouch himself. He's been on official visits to Virginia Tech and Old Dominion. They both gave him offers. He's unranked, but the junior from Virginia Beach, Virginia, is trying to put this game away, really trying to put the finishing touches on Yerrick Stoneman's return to Ridgeview.
Yeah, 9 seconds, and the first free throw is no good. But once again, you're up by 7. It's a lot of points to come back from, most certainly. And he is, Yerrick Stoneman has just coached his teams really well tonight. And you have to imagine with such little time, we're not going to see a lot of mistakes, and this Oak Hill Academy team is looking to just put this one away.
They will go to 2-1 in EYBL Scholastic play. Jion Pitt trying to finish this game off. Harris going to hit it out of bounds, so we'll have 2 more seconds left in this game. Got to think it's kind of over at this point. Give the benefit of the doubt, but anything's possible, as you said, in this crazy sport. And Canyon International gave a lot of fight tonight, only going to lose by 7. Yurcevich, exactly, as I said, by 4. You heard me right. And that's going to do it. 72-68 is your final. CIA. A lot of fight from the young upstart program, but eventually they couldn't handle Oak Hill, the number 20th team in the nation. Fights and gets the win here in Yerrick Stoneman's return to Ridgeview. It's been a fun one tonight. We both enjoyed this. I can only imagine you guys at home getting to watch 2 great basketball games tonight that have both come down to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And not more than just the good basketball games we've seen. How about the talent? I mean, the future of college basketball playing before our very own eyes. So, Alex, I have enjoyed this one. It's been awesome. Thank you to Ridgeview High School for putting this on in this bash, so to speak, and it's been incredible.
Yeah, thank you to League Ready for letting us do this. This has been a phenomenal opportunity for both of us, and we've had a phenomenal time, you know, getting this assignment all the way back in November, knowing the talent that's come to from these 4 teams, and everyone has been phenomenal. Christian Anderson Jr. is the player of the game for Oak Hill. If you missed the first game, VJ Edgecombe was the player of the game for that game. Anderson Jr., phenomenal game, 20 points off of 8 from 16 from the field, only 1 from 6 from behind the arc. He had 4 steals, a block. and 2 assists with 4 rebounds. He was phenomenal tonight. Michigan, they're getting a good one.
Yeah, absolutely they are. And again, speaking back to it, a lot of talent coming to the college after a lot of these teams play.
Well, thank you tonight. We've been lovely to have. Y'all have been lovely. Thank you for having us. We will see you next time, or we will not see you, but EYBL Scholastic here on League Ready. We'll see you next time.
All right, sweet.